In this presentation, we'll go over the logistics for the course. To do that, we'll examine the course outline. Here is our course outline, and it begins with the description as it appears in the course calendar. By the end of the course, you'll know what all those things actually mean, so I won't spend too much time going over that right now. The next section is learning outcomes. So at the end of this course, you will be able to have an understanding of programming for different application areas, electrical software computing, improve problem-solving skills and algorithmic view towards programming, write effective pseudo and real source code, use software development tools and utilities. As an example, Eclipse IDE is the tool that you'll be using in the labs. IDE is an integrated development environment. You'll also learn the standard libraries for C and C++. You may have learned several of the libraries for C++, such as IOStream in ENGE 233. You'll know commonalities and differences between C and C++ by the end of the course, and have an introductory view of object-oriented programming. And that's referring to classes, if you remember from 233. You'll also develop the practical skills of testing and debugging. Additionally, you'll develop recursive problem-solving techniques and write code that uses recursive techniques to solve those problems. Finally, you'll have plenty of practice pair programming in the labs. That means you'll be working with a partner for the labs. There will be another presentation about pair programming. Now, the timetable, I wanted to highlight that this is a blended learning course, and we covered blended learning in the first presentation. That means that you'll be watching educational videos about 120 minutes a week. And again, blended learning allows you to learn whenever you choose to. And you can see the lecture lab and tutorial times and the room location. Now there's my contact information and my phone number, and my office is in Math Science on the 6th floor. And you can always feel free to email me if you want to meet up, arrange appointments by email, and I'll do my best to accommodate everyone. The course will have a midterm exam and a final exam. The midterm exam is scheduled and the date appears on Blackboard. The final will be scheduled by the registrar. All exams are closed notes and closed book. Furthermore, there will be no use of calculators during the exams, and you won't really need them. Here's the grade distribution. We'll have labs and quizzes in addition to the exams. The quizzes will be based on the online learning component. So you'll watch presentations, and then before the following lecture begins, you'll have to complete a quiz based on those presentations. This will make sure that everybody is prepared by the time they come to lectures. Labs are worth 25% and will consist of 5 different labs. Some of them will take multiple weeks to complete. The midterm is worth 20% and the final exam 40%. Some notes on the grade determination. To pass the course, you must achieve an average of at least 50% on the lab assignments. It is not necessary to pass the final to pass the whole course. The deadline for the labs is firm. If for some reason you are unable to attend a lab, please contact me as soon as possible. And I will be scaling the grades to account for the relative difficulty of the exams. Next part, we have 2 recommended textbooks. One for C, called C How to Program, and one for C++, called C++ How to Program. These books are very detailed and very useful. I will be assigning sections to read during the course. Both of these books are available online from on campus and off campus by signing into the library's website. The URL is given in the course outline. Section 9 relates to our responsibilities to be familiar with course policies. please familiarize yourself with those links. Section 10 covers all the major topics that we will be taking in this course. As well, the relative amount of time for each topic is given. What we're doing now is introduction to the course, and following videos will also cover introduction to programming and programming languages. When we have our first lecture on Wednesday, we will begin with reviewing ENDS 223. I will be following the order given in this table, so if you want to study ahead, feel free to use this table to guide you in your self-studying. The midterm will happen right after multidimensional arrays and command line arguments, which is number 12 in the table. So the midterm covers from section 1 to section 12, and after the midterm we'll begin with transitioning to C++ from C. The first 3 labs will cover the material in sections 1 through 12. The final 2 labs will cover the remaining sections. And the outline finishes with a table showing the labs that we'll take in this course and the number of sessions that it'll take. The first lab will review ENDS 233 as well as familiarize you with the lab setup. Afterwards, we'll have 2 labs on C and 2 on C++. Note that labs 2 and 4 will only have 1 lab session, while lab 1 and 3 will take 2 sessions and lab 5 will take 3 sessions. So to review, we covered the course outline, which included all of our learning outcomes, the grading distribution, a detailed chart showing the topics that will be covered, as well as a table showing the lab topics